Hey fishy people, I wanted to do a quick review on this pump. It's the Jebao DCP-6500, very similar to the DC and the DCT. This one is the newest one and now has a slightly different controller like this. It displays the current watts you're using, and then the dial up, dial down is going to be in increments of 1 instead of 10 like the previous. Same pause for feed, and all that stuff. So I am newer to using these. I've been using a lot of Danner mag pumps, mag drives. They're great, they're reliable, they use a ton of wattage, which is why I'm switching a lot of them to this, and then you can also dial these in, which is nice. So I've got one on this tank. That's what's running this tank here. Originally I set it up with just the pump running the tank, and it was way too strong. I had the pump at like the lowest setting, 35 or 30%, and that's all the tank could handle. So I thought I should, I might as well use more of the wattage. So I cranked my pump up, and I now have it running sorry about that glare, I've got a manifold, and I've got one line going to my twin reactor, and I've got the other line actually powering this Aqua C skimmer, which if anyone knows anything about Aqua C skimmers, they need a lot of flow. So I have a lot of flow going into this, and it's doing a good job. It's skimming and everything. Could possibly use a little more flow. That being said, I could use a little less flow up here. So what I need to do is put a ball valve somewhere on this end of the plumbing. But so far, I'm very happy with it. It's powering everything on this tank for a third of the wattage that it would take to run a similar size Danner pump. Oh yeah, so this video, I've also done a bunch of changes. Used to have the 40 and the 20 long here, the 135 back here, which hadn't been set up. I now have two 4x4 by 1 foot flat, so essentially a 4 by 8 foot flat area. And what sparked me to do this video is I'm also running the same Jebao pump down here. And I was originally just putting it down there because I had it and I wanted to do the mock-up on the plumbing. I thought I need a bigger pump. I do have a manifold down here also. I'm not going to be running the skimmer off the manifold on this system, but I do think I'll be able to run carbon and GFO off this no problem and still have enough flow, which is not what I expected. I expected to have to put a much bigger pump on, but if you can see, this thing is turning a lot of water. I'm going to put a flow rate test video that I made earlier, and it took about 2 minutes to completely empty this 55-gallon sump into the tanks up top. That being said, when I say completely empty, I mean until it started sucking air. So probably about 45 gallons moved in 2 minutes, which I think if I did the math right is 1,350 gallons per hour. This is almost exactly 4 foot high. To the water line, it is exactly 4 feet high. So that's pretty impressive to me. It's essentially what they stated, and I know people getting less flow with more expensive pumps. So I'm real happy so far with it. Few things. The wattage it displays, I do think this is actual wattage, because if it starts sucking air or if it gets clogged, the wattage actually goes up. So I don't think this is just like preset to 100% equals 54 watts, and as you dial it down, it's just doing a conversion. I think it's actually reading it. So that being said, at 50%, you're not using half the amount as 100%. So again, that makes me think it's actually reading it legitimately. Let's see what that goes to. And you'll see it fluctuate also like that. So I think that's kind of cool. It just got quieter. Again, the overflow on this one, 1.5 inch overflow, 1 inch overflow. This one can actually, it's not having the easiest time dealing with all the water. So these pumps are pretty beastly. Now I've been told that the flow amount decreases pretty quickly as these get older. So we'll see. I guess I'll have to do an update video. But so far, for the price and for the options, I think it's great. This does come with a bunch of different fittings. I want to say the actual opening itself is 1 inch or 1.5 inch, and then they come with reducers. So I'm running it all 1 inch. Pretty sure it's this guy. That's 3/4. So yeah, I want to say it goes up to 1.5 inch. But that's nice. It comes with all the fittings free in the bag. There they are. These are glue fittings, but unless you're running this inline, you have an extra one of each. So, and I'm sure they're cheap. Anyways, hope your tank's doing well. Have a good one, guys. Bye.